It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the Huskies burner at wide receiver. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Huskies and the Mounties under the lights on Thursday night.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity.
All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end. And the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
And he'll get this up close to a first down as the tackle is made right at the midfield stripe. 3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. On the handoff, it's Allen. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Huskies. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Huskies will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Mounties offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. They'll motion a tight end right. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Take a look here at those receiving numbers from his game a week ago. Here's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He'll bring this to the 40. That's good enough to move those chains. It's a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. They motion a receiver right. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now a run on 1st down. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he tried to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Huskies. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum build.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6, and he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Mounties offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs. Drive will start on the ground. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
A gain of 17 yards. That's enough for a first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
They'll go with the counter on first down, and that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. They send the tight end in motion. Back to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
To the ground, a first down run. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 14-0 is our score. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 12. Throwing now from the gun. Now he'll air one out. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up third down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll try to run for it. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on third down, but they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give them credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the first down.
Through the falling snow, the kick is good. And the Mounties get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. RPO, quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. On the give, this is Allen. A hit, and he has lost the football. The defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure.
Spider Monkey with the recovery!
The front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a foul.
And they take it away!
On third down, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Allen. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. They'll begin here on the ground. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll get that to Wilson. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7. Here's 3rd and 2. They motion the slot man left. On 3rd down, it's Allen. Allen, 1st down and more. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Another run, and again, it's Allen. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
That one is good. And the Huskies going to open up a 17-3 lead.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
The Mounties offense headed back to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
Quickly to the outside and complete.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
A gain there of 11, and that will be a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Here's their punter now, as he is on to kick it away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Huskies offense back onto the field for their next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Mounties are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
The Mounties offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. One of the tight ends motions right. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Huskies will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Huskies offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Finding room at midfield. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to tuck it and go. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but they continue to get that matchup. This quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
1st and 10.
At their own 10-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we've reached halftime here in our Thursday Nighter to start the new NFL week, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous. And if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch.
All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Allen. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give them 6 on that play. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a 1st down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Allen. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Automatic 1st down.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guy.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. That's his 2nd touchdown tonight.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the 1st half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this 2nd half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Brings up third down and 9.
One of the tight ends in motion right. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Quick throw, taken in. 15 yards on the catch and run for the first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Still second down.
They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Third down, 3 to go. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Now, faking the give. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. They've converted twice on third down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. Putting the tight end in motion. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. He is in. Touchdown, Mounties. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Extra point attempt still to come. He's got it. And the Mounties are able to edge a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Huskies offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here comes Allen, and that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
Back to throw. Third and long. They'll try to set up the screen here with Allen. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. The Huskies readying to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Ball security a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And time again, Greg, the yards on the ground have been very difficult to come by.
Yeah, and it really goes against conventional wisdom, Mike. You hear so often everyone talk about you run the ball to open up the pass, and really that's not necessarily true. Oftentimes when you're having trouble on the ground, the best way to open things up underneath is by passing the ball, and that could be a variety of ways. Throwing it downfield, screen passes, swing passes. Just get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and open things up.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. To the air now on 1st and 10. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They're closing in on a 9th victory of the season, and they're going to start this drive here at 1st and 10. A carry here for Allen. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He keeps it himself. And that's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Huskies ready to punt. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. He'll send a tight end in motion right. Who else? Another catch. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And the defense has it. Wow, you think you have moved it down the field with a terrific passing catch, but got to finish the play. And on the turnover, the defense takes over.
You work so hard, Mike, to execute the play the way it's designed, and you come up with a huge, explosive play in the pass game, only to then lose it because of poor ball security. And that's exactly what we saw here. Give credit to the defense forcing that ball out, but it's a shame that it came at the end of what was a big offensive play.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a
Previous play
replay.
is under review.
We might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. Oh, a loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out or it certainly needs to be protected. I think it's safe to assume that is not how they envisioned that 3rd down play call going, and now after going backwards, it's going to bring up 4th down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's going to take a shot down the field.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. We set up the screen to the receiver, Wilson. Ah, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. Got a man left side. It's caught. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Jones motioning here. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that one incomplete. Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10. They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. That's enough for a 1st down. Back to the air one more time.
Okay, so now you pick up that 1st down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches. Tight end going in motion here. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
It is 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll look to throw again. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
There's that man again. Another catch. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Putting the tight end in motion. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Mounties.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The PAT, up and good. And the Mounties back within 7. It's 24-17. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
Illegal touching. Offense.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the handoff, it's Allen. Not much. Second and long coming up. Now a second timeout called by the defense. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. They go back to Allen. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an E. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for our visitors. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. They'll have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.